Well, hello folks, I'm Pete. I'm the creator of Ferreters World website. Here I'm going to be doing a series of short videos covering all aspects of making a purse net. The first video, I'm going to show you the tools and equipment you'll need and how to load your needles. Right here, back with you. First of all, you're going to need a couple of netting needles. These are 8-inch needles. They're just a fraction under 1 inch wide so that they'll pass through your netting rings, which you're going to need 2 of. I personally use the 1 inch welded rings, which we can see there. I prefer them. You can get away with using split rings, key rings, but I don't think they look so good. You just want to do the job right first time. So you need, as I use an 8-inch needle. I use 2 because I found that to make a 4-foot purse net, which is what I'm going to be doing here, it will take 2 needlefuls of yarn. You will need a spacer block. This is to keep the mesh the right size, etc. You can buy them in wood, metal or plastic, or you can make them yourself. This one is out of a set that I made in different sizes from an old cut front car number plate. This one is a 2 1/8 inch, which I find best for making purse nets with. After that, you'll need a knife. I use a little Opinel. I love my Opinel knife. They're dirt cheap. If you're out in the field with one and you lose it, you're not going to be heartbroken. They're only £6 or £7. You're also going to need a cigarette lighter. This is just to melt the ends of the threads and the draw cord. It just leaves a tidier job on it. As well as that, you'll naturally need your thread. This is Z10 spun polyester, which I love using. We're getting towards the end of the roll here. You get it normally in ½ kilo rolls. A ½ kilo roll is enough to make 11 or so 4-foot purse nets. For the draw cord, you're going to need some paracord. This is the orange paracord that I normally use. I've cut it off at about 11 foot because I like to leave around 18 inches beyond the net for the peg, leaving a fairly generous draw cord on it. That's about it for the equipment. One thing, you need a hook. Now this here is just an ordinary large cup hook. You can have one of them screwed into the wall or a door or whatever. I'm tight on space and I don't want to go knocking holes in doors and stuff, so I use a little modeller's vise clipped onto my little computer bench. That does a nice job, along with a loop of spare twine which will hold the ring, and you'll see why afterwards. It will save you with the ring. If you had just a ring on the hook there, each row having to take the ring off and turn it over for the next row. So there we go, that's the equipment you're going to need. Okay, loading the needle. I find it easy enough to just put the reel of twine in a tray at my feet. So to start off, if you put your thumb on the end of the thread there and take 2 or 3 turns around the tongue of the needle, just there. That will hold the twine onto your needle, and then all it is, it's a matter of go behind it, over the tongue, back round, over the tongue, giving it a slight turn each time so you're not twisting it, and you'll carry on doing that until your needle is full up to about there on the tongue. Alright, we're coming up to the needle almost being fully loaded now. As I say, here we go. It's maybe 1/4 of an inch from the top of the tongue of the needle there. So we'll just to keep it tidy, take a couple of turns round it, out with the knife, and there we go. I've now got 2 needles ready to start tying with.